So, hello guys, I am Vivek, your maths knowledge coach for the day. And in yesterday's class, we learned about equations. In today's class, we are going to learn about inequalities. So, equations means everything was equal, but inequalities means something is going to be more, something is going to be less. Okay, now we are going to understand and solve what exactly does this mean. And for sure, if you look at the sample papers, one or two questions are 100% from this topic of inequalities, and it is pretty easy, just like equations only. It will not take much time, but the concept are so less into this, but we are going to solve a lot of questions so that if you practice these questions, it should be more than enough for you to master this particular topic. So let's start with the basic knowledge of it. So first thing is symbols, common symbols of inequalities. So this sign simply means something is greater than. Now let's say this is nothing but less than. So x is greater than 5. X is greater than 5 means x is anything more than 5. X is less than 5. That means x is less than the number 5, which can be 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the negative numbers. Here is something that is added greater than or equal to. If they mean x is greater than or equal to 5, that means x also includes 5. It can also have the value. X can also have the value of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, da 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 da. Okay, and less than, here there is less than or equal to. Example, if John has more than 10, we write x is greater than 10. So without wasting much time, we will straight away move on to understanding some rules and then solving the questions right away, because maths is all about solving questions. Now, there is only one thing that you need to remember in inequalities. You guys did pretty well in equations chapter yesterday, but in today's class, we are going to apply that knowledge of equation into inequalities. Now let's say rule for addition and subtraction. So rule for addition and subtraction would be what? If you add or subtract any number in the inequality, let's say x minus 5 greater than 6. If you add or subtract the same number on both the sides, the equality sign does not change. You need to do the same operation as equation. Okay, so I want to just get rid of this 5 because it is added 5. Sorry, it is subtracted 5. I'll do the inverse of it. I'll add 5 to both the sides. So it becomes x is greater than 11. So x is greater than 11. Now, subtraction and addition is same as the equations, but there is only one catch over here. If by any chance you guys have to multiply or divide by a negative number, if you multiply or divide, I'm repeating again, there is only one catch in this inequality which you need to observe carefully and solve it accordingly. If you multiply or divide, now let's say this was the case. Now I am going to divide this with negative 3 in order to get the value in x. The inequality sign will change. What do I mean by that? Now let's say if I divide both the sides with negative 3, the inequality sign, initially it was greater than, now it has become less than, because I divided both the sides with a negative number. So only one catch: if you multiply or divide an inequality with a negative number, the inequality sign flips directly. It changes. So this will become nothing but x is less than or equal to negative 4. That is it. There is nothing extra that we need to do about inequalities other than the equations. So let's try to solve some questions and understand this clearly. I'm going to solve three questions, and the remaining questions you guys have to solve it. So observe carefully when I'm solving it. You guys can solve it when the timer is on. Now let's say here we have x minus 7 is less than 12. So what will I do in order to get rid of this 7? I will add 7 to both sides. Remember, when we add or subtract, no problem, no change in equality. The problem or the flip inequality happens only when you multiply or divide with a negative number. So here we have x is less than 19. Okay, I hope you guys understood it. Let's move on. I will take a tougher question so that you guys will be able to solve the remaining questions on your own. Now here, first thing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to redistribute these things over here. So 5 times x is nothing but 5x minus sign as it is. 5 times 2 is 10. The inequality remains as it is. And here we have 3x plus 4. Do all the operations as we did in yesterday's class according to the equation. I will
Yeah.
subtract 3x from both the sides. What do we get? 5x minus 3x, 2x
Two.
minus 10 greater than 4. Now, Ablam, what will I do? What should I do next?
Change sign. A -10.
Yeah, can we add 10?
Uh-huh. 14.
14.
Yeah, so it becomes 2x is greater than 14. Now
14.
divide both sides by 2. So we have x
7.
is greater than
7. 7.
7. Everybody got it? If you have got
Yes.
it, please send it to me in the chat box.
Hmm.
Zoom user, did you understand it? Please let me know and please type in your name in the chat box as well. Ablam, did you understand it, buddy?
Yes.
Let's move on to the next question. I'll be solving this one more and then the ball will be in your court. Let's start solving it. So, Anjay, what shall I do first?
Uh, uh, put a same team together. Like
Okay. Shall I subtract 6x from both the sides?
10.
So,
-10.
negative 10x, very good, plus 10, greater than or equal to what? 20 or negative 20, Anjay?
-20.
Ah,
Is that a
I
more?
understood you have a problem with negative signs in yesterday's class. Yeah. Now, what will we do? Anjay, next.
Move and positive 10 to change the sign -10.
Yeah. So that also means I will
Yeah.
subtract 10 from both the sides. So what do we get? Negative
Uh,
10x greater
mhm.
than or equal to negative 30.
Mhm.
Now, Anjay, next.
Divide
Mm-hmm.
-10 divided by -10. Hey, -30 divided by -10. Yeah.
Now, because I have divided
Uh-huh.
the inequality with a negative number, the inequality will flip itself.
Yeah, change it, yeah.
So what will we get? X is less than or equal to
3.
3.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have understood it. Now it's your time to solve the questions. Initially, I'll be giving you some easy questions, then it will go slowly, it will go towards tougher end. So your time starts now. If you get the answer, please put that in the chat box.
All right.
I have an answer from Angie. Awesome, Angie. Let's wait for others. Very good, Ablam. Zoom user, are you there? Okay, the answer is nothing but B. So I'll just solve this one for the people who might be seeing the recording later. Subtract 3x from both the sides. We'll get nothing but 6x minus 5 less than 13. Add 5 on both the sides. What do we have? 6x is less than 18. Now divide both the sides by 6. We have x is less than 3. That is our answer. Let's move on to the next question. Here is the next question, and your time starts now. Okay, and they got the answer. Abla, I'm waiting for you. Do you want me to solve it, Abla?
Are you on mute?
Okay. You also, Abla is saying x is greater than 7. Okay, let's solve it. Here. So we have 4x plus 23 greater than negative 3x minus 6. Okay. Now let's add 3x to both the sides. What do we have? 4x plus 3x is 7x plus 23 greater than negative 6. Now let's subtract this 23 from both the sides. What do we have? 7x is greater than negative 29. Now we need to divide both the sides by 7. Remember, we are not dividing it with negative number. So the sign will remain as it is. Now what do we need to do? Let's divide 29 by 7. 7 times 4 is nothing but 28. 1 remaining. Put a decimal point over here. You can take a 0 now. 7 times 1 is 7. Subtract it. You have 3. Because we have already taken a decimal, you can add a 0 over here. So times 4. 28. Subtract it, you get 2. So we can just wrap it up over here. Now x, when we divide, we got the answer as 4.14, but there was a negative sign, so plug it in over here. So option A is correct. Did you get it, Ablam?
He's on
Yes,
mute.
yes, yes.
Okay. Let's move on. If anyone has doubt, I can even explain it again, or we can move on. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think you guys just solve it in 20 seconds. The timer is running. Avlam has already answered. And Jay has also answered. That's awesome. What will happen? Negative 2x greater than 8. So if you are dividing both the sides with negative 2, the sign will flip. This will become negative 4. This will become x. So x is less than negative 4. That will be your answer. Let's move on to the next question. You guys have only 30 seconds to solve this question as well. The time starts now. I already have an answer within 5 seconds. That's correct. Awesome. Shall we move on to the next question? Anjay?
Uh,
Why is it so? Okay. So what are they saying? Which inequality is true after multiplying both sides of negative 5x is less than or equal to 15? So if you are multiplying both the
mhm,
sides with negative 1,
mm,
so this inequality is going to flip. So just write it this way now. 5x is greater than negative 15. Divide both the sides by 5. So we have x is greater than or equal to negative 3. Option B is correct answer. Did you understand it?
oh, okay, yeah.
Let's move on. There you go, guys. Start solving it. Both of you have answered it, and that is correct. The answer is A. Let's move on without wasting much time. I will even not start the timer for this. Solve this, guys. And Jay has answered, Aplam has answered. Awesome. Ah, your time starts now. 3, 2, 1. And Jay has answered. Okay, and Jay got A, Ablam got B. That simply means I have to solve it. Different answers. So let's do it, guys. 8 minus 3x less than 2. So the first thing that I'm going to do is subtract 8 from both the sides. 8 minus 8 is 0. This negative 3x will remain as it is. less than 2 minus 8 is negative 6. Now, if I am dividing both the sides with a negative number, the inequality will flip. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 becomes positive 1. Negative 6 divided by negative 3 will become. So option A is correct. Do not forget about the negative sign, guys. This type of questions are asked in your sample papers of ASVAB exam. So they might want to trick you by taking the negative sign thing. Let's move on to the next question. Here is the next question. Your time starts now. Angie got A, Ablam got A, same answers means probably it is right. Let's move on to the next question. Ha ha ha. Solve this. Your time starts now. Zoom user, buddy, can you hear me? And this is your first class? Can you please let me know your name in the chat box? Oh, it's Valeria. Okay, Valeria. Are you understanding everything, Valeria? Little bit. Okay. Do you want me to explain this question to you? Yes, please. Okay. No problem. So Ablam and Anjay did equations class pretty nicely yesterday. So they are able to understand it. But I will try to explain you the equations part very nicely over here. So first thing, remember, if there, like let's say x plus 3. Now for now, just consider it is equal to 9. If there is a case of equation like this, whenever there is an addition, you need to do subtraction. You need to subtract. How are you going to eliminate this 3? It is added, you just need to subtract. If it is subtraction, you need to add. Inverse of addition is subtraction. Inverse of subtraction is addition. Inverse of multiplication is division. And inverse of division is multiplication. So with that knowledge, if there is a plus, I'm going to subtract the same number from both the ends. Remember, you need to do the same operation on both the sides. So x is equal to 3 minus 3 is 0. So I'll not write it. 9 minus 3 is 6. So this was the case for x plus 3 is equal to 9. Now with similar knowledge, I'll try to solve this very slowly. Now first thing, according to PEMDAS rule, I need to multiply this. So 5 minus 2 times x is 2x. because there is negative sign now. Negative 2 times negative 3 would become positive 6. Again, negative 2 times x or positive x was negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3 becomes positive 6, greater than or equal to 3x plus 1. Now, you need to combine the like terms. Like terms means same variables with the same power. Now here, there is 5. These are just numbers. Always consider the sign in the left. So 5 plus 6 is 11. And as I told you, the sign in the left. Keep the sign in the left as it is. So negative 2x. Negative 2x plus 11 is greater than or equal to 3x plus 1 as it is. Now, we have negative 2x on the left hand side and positive 3x on the right hand side. So what do you need to do? You need to basically take them to one side. You can either move the left hand side to the right hand side or right hand side to the left hand side. Okay, it depends on you. But I always consider taking everything on the left hand side. Okay, you can even do it on the right, but I would want you to do it on the left because left side is my specialty. So subtract 3x from both the sides. What will we get? Negative 2x minus 3x. Remember, if you are adding or subtracting numbers with the same sign, you add them and keep the sign. Add the numbers and keep the sign. Two numbers with the same sign. Add the numbers and keep the same sign. So 2x plus 3x is 5x and keep the same sign, which was negative, plus 11. 3x minus 3x, 0. 1 is remaining. Now, what will I do? Because there is 11x over here, I'll subtract 11 from both the ends. What do we have? So I have negative 5x plus 11 minus 11 is 0, greater than 1 minus 11. 1 minus 11 is negative 10. Now, I'll just take it over here. Negative 5x, negative 10. If I divide both the sides with negative 5, the inequality will flip. So it becomes x is greater than or equal to 2. Sorry, x is less than or equal to 2. Did you understand it a little bit more, Valeria? Because it is going to take time and lots of practice questions for you to get perfect at it. Are you understanding it a bit more than before? Yes, that's awesome. So math is something that you'll perfect with one question, like let's say little bit, little by little. So 1% in one question, 1% another question. If you solve 100 questions, I will not say you'll be 100%, but you'll be very good at maths. So any concept of mathematics is going to take you 10 questions. You are just 10 questions away from mastering that particular concept. So your time starts now. Try solving this. After that, I'm going to solve it for you. Just try it out. Our platform's name is ASVAB Warriors. So we are here to create warriors, and warriors fight no matter what. You don't care about the results. All that is going to matter is you giving your the best. You giving your best. Give your best, or leave the result to God. And if you fight with complete honor and everything, surely you will win. The results will be on your side. So, warriors, keep fighting and you will win for sure. Solve it. Come on, guys. Just fight. Anjay says D. Okay, Anjay. Let's wait for Abla. Valeria, do you want me to solve this question as well? Please let me know. Okay. Valeria says yes, please. And Ablam also got D. Okay. So Valeria, whenever you see fractions, the first thing that you need to do is calm down. It's not rocket science. Okay. Many students just panic. What am I going to do? What is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. Okay, it's pretty easy. The first thing that you need to do is make the denominator equal. Now, if you guys focus on making the denominator equal, after that, it is just normal plus and minus. Okay, so try to find, let's say, try to find the multiples of 2. So multiples of 2 are nothing but 2, 4, 6, 8, and multiples of 3 are nothing but 3, 6, 9, 12. So the least common multiple of between 2 and 3 is nothing but 6. So we have to find ways in order how can we convert this 2 into 6. So one thing that I know is I can multiply this 2 with 3. And remember, in mathematics, you cannot you cannot simply bring in numbers and multiply and divide anything. There should be a logic to everything. If you are multiplying 3 to the denominator, you also have to multiply 3 to the numerator. Just because we have multiplied, we have ourselves bought this number 3, multiplied to the denominator. And to balance that, you have to also multiply it with number 3 on the numerator. Now subtract it. Now I have to convert this 3 into 6. So what will I do? I will multiply this with 2 because I took this number 2 on my own. Just to balance that, I need to multiply the numerator with 2 as well. And this one remains as it is. Let us solve it further. There we go. I'm going to distribute this now. 3 times x is 3x. The plus sign remains as it is. 3 times 4 is 12. I'll take the denominator 6 as it is minus 2 times x is 2x minus sign as it is 2 times 3 is 6 divided by 6 greater than 1. Now, if you see the denominators are equal, what we can do, just keep the same denominator over here. So I'll just try to solve it in this part and add or subtract whatever the denominators are. So 3x plus 12 minus, remember you have to be extra cautious when there is a negative sign. Take a parenthesis, 2x minus 6. This parenthesis is simply going to improve your chances of getting the accurate answer. Now, whenever you break this negative sign down, what will we get now? So 3x plus 12 minus 2x, this minus times minus will become plus 6 over 6 greater than 1. Now, get the like terms together. 3x minus 2x will become what? It will become x simply. Now, 12 plus 6 will become 18 divided by 6 greater than 1. Now, I will just try to erase this part and solve it over here. X plus 18 divided by 6 greater than 1. I'm going to multiply both the sides with 6 because I want to get rid of this 6 now. I'm done with it. Okay, let's multiply it. So this 6 will get cancelled out. We have x plus 18 greater than 6. Now, because it is addition over here, you subtract 18 What do we get as the final answer? X. 18 minus 18, 0, greater than 6 minus 18 is negative 12. So option D is correct. Valeria, have you understood a little bit more than before? I don't want you to understand it completely. Little by little is fine. With every question, your concept will improve nicely. We have one more new member, Indelina. Hello, Indelina. Hello, hello, hello. Indelina, can you hear me? Okay, let's move on to the next question. So, guys, your time starts now. She is on mute. Yeah. Indelini is on mute. That is correct. Indelina, can you hear me? Okay, Ablam has answered. Ablam says it is B, and J says it is D. Okay, two different answers. You guys have still 50 more seconds to recheck your answer. After that, I'll be solving it for you. Oh, and J says my bad, it's B. You're right. So here, 2 plus x is greater than or equal to 4. So the first thing that we are going to do, subtract 2 from both the sides. 2 minus 2 is 0, x is remaining, x is greater than or equal to 4 minus 2, which is 2. That's your answer. So they were asking x is greater than or equal to 2. So option B is correct. Let's move on. Guys, here's your question. Your time starts now. This question has directly been taken from your sample paper of ASVAB exam. Try solving it. Whether you get it right, wrong, doesn't matter. You fighting for getting the results is what matters. Keep on solving fast. Valeria, please try solving it. However, just try. You don't have to be right. Okay, Anjay got the answer. Abla, I'm waiting for you. Please let me know if you want me to solve this question in the chat box. Ablam got D. Okay. Valeria says yes, please. Sure, why not? Here we go, guys. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this 2/3 with this parenthesis. So 2/3 multiplied with 6x minus 2/3 multiplied with this 9. The remaining as it is. Remember to do one operation at a time. 5x plus 1. So let's do it now. So this 2 times 6 will become 12. 12x divided by 3 minus this 2 times 9 will become 18 over 3 plus 4 greater than 5x plus 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4x. 18 divided by 3 is 6 plus 4. The remaining as it is. So now negative 6 minus 4. So we have 4x minus 2. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2 greater than 5x plus 1. Now I'm going to subtract 5x from both the sides. 4x minus 5x is negative x minus 2 as it is greater than 5x minus 5x is 0. You have 1 over here. So I'll start solving it in the right hand side. Negative x minus 2 greater than 1. Now, what am I going to do? I'll add 2 to both the sides. So we have negative x greater than 3. Now, we need to find the equality in x, not in negative x. So what am I going to do now? I'll multiply both the numbers with negative 1. And as soon as I multiply or divide the inequality with a negative number, the inequality sign will flip. This becomes negative 1 times negative x becomes positive x. 3 times negative 1 will become negative 3. So here option D is correct. Valeria, did you understand it a little bit more? Let me know if you want me to solve it once again. Okay, yes, thank you. That's fine. Let's move on. There you go, guys. Valeria, I want you to try solving this at least, okay? NJ and Ablam, solve it.
All right.
NJ got B. Okay, I have some answers. Okay. Valeria, do you want me to solve it? Yes, I'm sorry. No, you don't need to be sorry. It's completely fine. I'll solve it. 5 minus 3x greater than or equal to 14 plus 6x. Now, the first thing that we are going to deal over here is you need to sort the term with variable. So, I'm going to subtract 6x from both the ends. So 5 remains as it is, negative 3x minus 6x. Now remember, two numbers with same sign. If you are doing addition or subtraction with two numbers with same sign, you simply add those number and keep the sign, the same sign. So two numbers, negative 3x, negative 6x. So 3x plus 6x will give you 9x. And what did I say? Same sign, keep it greater than 14. 6x minus 6x will become 0. Now, I need to get rid of this 5. So what will I do now? Subtract 5 from both the sides. So 5 minus 5, 0. Negative 9x greater than or equal to 9. Now, here is something that we need to consider. If I divide this left hand side and right hand side with negative 9, the inequality will flip because I divided it with a negative number. So negative 9 divided by negative 9 will be simply 1x less than 9 divided by negative 9 will be negative 1. So option B is correct. I hope you guys understood it. Now let's move on to the next question. Here guys, try solving it. Your time starts now. Come on, Valeria, you can do it. Ablam and NJ, you guys don't even need to use paper for solving this. Yesterday's lecture was helpful, right? You guys practiced a lot on equations.
Yeah.
Two plus x is greater than or equal to 15. So Ablam, what is the first step that we'll do over here, buddy?
Minus 2.
Yes. So 2 minus 2, 0.
0.
X remains as it is, greater than 15 minus 2 is nothing but 13. So option C is correct. Let's move on. Guys, try solving this. Your time starts now. I already have an answer from Angie. Awesome. I have an answer from Ablam also. Let's wait for Indelina and Valeria to solve it. After that, I'll solve it. Okay, let me solve it. 24 plus 6 is 30, less than negative 2y. Now, because I'm going to divide both the sides with negative 2, the inequality will flip. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 will be 1. Y is less than or equal to negative 15. So, option C is correct. Let's move on to the next question. Here is your question, guys. Your time starts now. It's 1 over 4x minus 25 greater than or equal to 75. I already have an answer from Angie. Awesome. But it doesn't seem correct, Angie. Ablam got it right. Look, Angie and Valeria. The first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this 25 by adding it. Now, if I add it, what will I get? Negative 25 plus 25 will become 0. This is nothing but 1 over 4x greater than or equal to 100. Now, what do I need to do? I am
Divide.
multiplying it with a positive number only. So the inequality will not flip. So this 4 will get cancelled. You have x is greater than or equal to 400. Anjay, did you understand it? Valeria, did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Valeria also says yes. That's awesome. Okay, guys, your time starts now. After this, we are going to end this PowerPoint and we are going to move on to our most interesting thing, quizzes. One sec from up down. Abla, buddy, I think you forget to flip the signs whenever you multiply or divide with a negative number. Let me do it for you. Negative 3q plus 12 greater than or equal to 4q minus 30. subtract both sides from, like subtract 4q from both the sides. So 3q minus 4q is minus 7q plus 12 greater than or equal to negative 30. Subtract 12 from both the sides. We would get negative 7q greater than or equal to negative 42. Now, whenever we are going to divide negative 7q and negative 42, we are going to divide it with a negative number. So this inequality will flip itself. This becomes negative 7 divided by negative 7 is 1. Negative 42 divided by negative 7 will be 6. So option D is correct. Ablam, Valeria.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, this is the end of the PowerPoint, but I am going to share with you the last and most interesting section of the class, which is quizzes. So there you go. Here is the link in the chat box. I want you guys to click on it and enter the quiz section. You guys just need to click on it. Click the link in the chat box. Valeria is in. Anjay is on board. Ablam, Indelina. Indelina, are you there? You need to click the link in the chat box. Okay, we'll wait for 10 more seconds and then I'm going to start the quiz. Okay, guys, let's start it. You guys can keep solving it. Till then, all the students who are seeing the recording of this particular chapter, I'm going to show you all the questions. So you can pause the video, look at the questions, solve them. So this is your question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, question number 5, question number 6, question number 7, question number 8, question number 9, and question number 10. I'll go back to ASVAB Warriors leaderboard, and all of those who are watching the recording can solve the questions on your own. So thank you. I'm going to stop the recording now.